This sign is reflective of how prosperous this property once was, but now it sits vacant and run down. Lexington County Sheriff's Department dive team has been retrieving objects and evidence. I'm going to show you how deep this water is. Way over that ruler there. It's the third day the Gamecocks were able to march through the big city, exploring, shopping, and experiencing a trip of a lifetime. Just to my right here, you can see what remains of a homeowner's fence after Saturday's fire. What was supposed to be a day of fishing and family fun for most on the Wateree River quickly became a nightmare. The golf shooting ended right here outside the home of a man who's lived here 20 years. Darby ran alongside this building here behind me, rounded the corner before he began shooting rounds at a deputy and his canine. An exciting time for the Gamecocks. What does it feel like to be able to have representation from your home state here this morning? Play games, have your partner win you something, have your dad win you something. That's a super fun part of the South Carolina State Fair. Hey guys, how you doing? Here at the Columbia Metropolitan Airport, hundreds, if not thousands of travelers are expected to head through those doors behind me. You know, Sheriff, this individual is not new to law enforcement. He has quite a history. Tell us a little bit about what citizens should know in regards to this individual. Is he armed? Is he dangerous?
You wouldn't think a person would cry over a doctor's office closing. But they've been very important in my life, and I couldn't. When you have an emergency room tell you, pretty much just turn you away because you don't have insurance. You know. And they've been there, and that's been a lot to me.
This is Donna Hansford. She's now retired, helping her husband with his small business in Elgin. Hansford, prior to her retirement, didn't have insurance, making services provided by Cooperative Health instrumental to her health and financial situation.
Eau Claire is a sliding scale fee, and I didn't have the money to go to a regular doctor. I mean, I've been turned away. I've been turned away from doctors because of not having any insurance. Eau Claire didn't turn me away.
Hansford is like many people, nearly 500,000 across the state who depend on federally qualified health centers, according to 2023 data from the Health Resource and Services Administration. Centers that receive federal funding and serve the underserved communities of our state.
Claire was there for me, but I have insurance now and I have the opportunity to go to any doctor I want to. But I choose to go to Eau Claire.
According to Cooperative Health, which has been in business since the 1980s, 6 of its locations will be transferring services to other locations. Hansford will now have to travel to Winsboro, which is further away and will cost her more money to get there. Cooperative Health is citing ongoing financial pressures and an increase in the number of underinsured and uninsured patients as the reason for the closures.
Unimaginable situation to go on a field trip with your classmates and return home knowing one of them has died. It's something family members and students tell me they'll never forget.
The trauma, the screams, I'm probably never going to get over that.
Students and their family members are reflecting back on Thursday's fatal bus crash, a crash that left one 13-year-old student dead and several injured. A memorial now in place for students to grieve their former classmate.
There were just kids all over the ground laying. Teachers had to help. And, you know, you were just sitting there watching it happen.
Anderson Trejo was a student on that bus. He said he and his classmates felt a big impact before the bus swerved and fell on its side. He was in the middle of the bus in an aisle seat. When the bus overturned, he said children were thrown up in the air and landed on top of one another. They were able to leave the bus by climbing outside the back door. He said there was glass from the windows everywhere and that students were in tears trying to comfort one another.
Everything happened so quick. I don't even remember. I do, but I don't. I mean, I'm trying to forget it, but I don't think I will.
There were 2 other buses traveling back from Charlotte on Thursday evening. Kennedy Silvo told me she was on one of those buses and that all she could hear was her classmates screaming and the sirens of ambulances in the background. Silvo said students were trying to find their friends and make sure they were okay. She said it's something she will live with forever.
And then there was just ambulances all around us. And then helicopters had to come and fly them out to like different hospitals, and and like you just sat there and watched it happen. All your friends, everybody was crying. It was just emotional.
Tragic for students involved and terrifying for their families. Shakira Hameen, a sister of one of the students, tells me she's thankful she was able to see her sister again, but devastated one Midlands family didn't have the same opportunity.
His family doesn't get to do that, and like I said, I got to do that. She came in and I got to hug her and hold her, and again, just going into the spring break, just going into holidays, and they're not able to do that. I'm so sorry.
The students I spoke with tell me they are doing well. They were both transported to local hospitals after the incident and are now home and recovering. Logan is known by family and friends as Lolo, a nickname she was given by her little brother. Lolo, a young woman who her father says was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I always sent them a text that said, good night, I love you, I'm going to bed, and I gave them some kiss and heart emojis, and they always responded. And I'm still waiting for hers to respond. It's not coming now.
It was always said in the Federico home, you never leave without saying, I love you.
It's my life. I think I got cheated. I won't be able to walk her down an aisle.
A light that was put out too soon. 22-year-old Logan Federico, an aspiring teacher who worked 2 jobs. Federico took a weekend off to go and visit some of her close friends in Colombia. A quick text to Dad to tell him she made it, and just days later, his worst nightmare.
But the first thing I came to mind was I wasn't there to shield her. I wasn't there to protect her. And I'm going to have to live with that.
Logan's brother referred to her as his rock, his best friend, and the one person he did everything with. She was more than just a sister to him. To him, she was his world. In every aspect of life, Logan was there for her family, and this last family photo will serve as a reminder of just that.
We train our kids to live without us at some point, but nobody trained me for this.
Federico tells me Logan was the biggest Taylor Swift fan. He even went to a concert with her, a celebrity that Logan always wanted to meet and looked up to. Until the end of time, Federico says he'll never stop saying I love you to his little girl.
When I leave my house, I'm going to tell her I love her. When I come home, I'm going to tell her I love her. She'll listen. She'll hear me. She will. She'll be looking over everyone here.
The Federico family says they will fight to help prevent something like this from happening again. Her father saying he will never wash his hands clean of this senseless shooting and will never let a day go by that he doesn't think about his daughter.